Hi, this is a short video that will show you how to format your the data that you've exported from Channel Advisor into a text format that'll make it easy to run your import process with the Channel Advisor Magento extension. I've got the screen on editplus.com. It's a text editor that works very well for the exercise that we're going to do. There is a tutorial, a demo that you can download if you wish to try it, or you can use any other text editor that will work. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to open up our Excel sheet. I know it's not a text editor, but we need to open up this Excel sheet and simply save it as an XLS book. And the reason that we do that, and we're just going to give it a different name, so we're going to do Channel Advisor attribute underscore clean. And the reason that we're going to do that, we're going to close out of that, is because the file that you get from Channel Advisor isn't properly formatted as an XLS. You can see there's a size difference here. So just doing that will clean any extra characters that are in there and get it ready for the import and the steps coming ahead. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we're going to open up our inventory sheet, and this is an 82 meg file. It could be a different size, small or large, depending on your inventory. So with this file, we need some key parts. If you remember, in our example, we had a product variation, which was based on two things, size and color. So we're going to scroll here, and here we can see an attribute with the name of color, and here's all of the values. Now what we need is we need only the unique values for color. So it's a pretty simple way of extracting only the uniques. In Excel, the new version of Excel, you go to Data, Advanced, and then there's a tick box here, Unique Records Only, and hit OK. Now what you're able to do is start from the top and find your way to the bottom, and simply copy, go back to your working folder, select New Text Document, let's call this Color, and you just double click on that, paste your data in there, save it. We'll come back to it a little bit later. Now back to the inventory sheet. I'm just going to hit Control Z to go back to where I was, or undo. And now I have to look for size, and size is here. Attribute 32, name size, here are all the uniques. Again, to get the uniques, we need to just go to Data, Advanced, hit OK, Unique Records Only, hit OK, and here are our uniques. So I'm just going to copy those, go back to our working folder, a new text file, and call this size, and then paste my values in there. Save the file, we'll come back to it. Now again, I'm just going to hit Control Z to go back to where I was. Scroll back up the top. Now we just want to find a random SKU that we're going to use to import. So let's try this one. So here's the parent, and we know that that's the parent because it comes before all of these children that share the same naming convention in this case. Your SKUs might be different, but for this particular SKU set, here's the parent, and we'll scroll down, here's all of the children. So we're just going to again copy, go to our working folder, create a new text document, and call this SKUs. Copy, paste, save, exit out of that. Now the next thing we need to do is we're going to use Edit Plus to separate our format our data a little bit better. Or I should say, we're going to have it formatted so it works exactly how it needs to for the extension to work. So let's first start with color. We're going to right click and open this up in File, in Edit Plus. Now the goal, you can see here first of all of the unique values are on separate lines. There's no funny characters after them. They're just on separate lines. Matter of fact, we'll just delete that last line. What we need to do is we need to separate these values by a comma. And you can do it manually, but you can see it can take you quite a long time. So with Edit Plus, they have a great feature, which is under Document, Search, Replace. And we want to do a \n, and we want to replace that with a comma. Now, \n is just kind of code for a line break, and it's a regular expression. It doesn't matter, you don't have to learn Edit Plus, but just follow along here and you'll be able to achieve the same result. So with these two things set in a regular expression, we're just going to hit Replace All, and like magic, you get all of the values separated by a comma. Now, I'm just going to save this document, and we can either close it out. Well, let's just close it out. And now we need to do the same thing to size. So size, open in Edit Plus, search, replace. It'll be waiting in there for you. Comma, and we're going to replace all. So now again, we have all the values separated by commas. Pretty simple, just takes a few steps. Now, with the SKU list, it's a different format. What we need to have is we need to have each SKU, and it doesn't matter which the order, but we just need each SKU on one line with no comma and no spaces or hidden characters. Now this is important. You can see here in this text editor there are no characters or hidden spaces after the SKU. If I hit the space bar, that is an extra character, and that will cause errors and importing problems. So there's no exception to the rule. We just need to have the SKU with no spaces or funny characters after it. If your SKU contains a space or a funny character, that's fine, but it cannot have anything after it, the actual SKU. And we just want to clean it up so it's all on, all lines are used up. So that's all we have to do for the SKU. We'll hit save, and that's it. So now what you should have is you should have a clean Excel file. You'll have your color, attribute, variables all separated by commas, the same thing with size, and a sample SKU set, so at least we can import one complete product before this tutorial is over. That's it. Hope you enjoyed.